Hi there, I'm Dr. Merwin. I'm Assistant Professor of Biology at Baldwin Wallace University. And this semester I'm teaching a course on invertebrate natural history. And we're focusing mostly on insects. There's a lot of different types of invertebrates, but insects are our bread and butter for this course. And we're out here at Richfield Heritage Preserve studying the bugs here. And we love coming to Richfield Heritage Preserve because there are so many different types of habitat for us to explore. There are wet meadows and dry meadows, and there's stream habitat and lake habitat, all with different types of insects. And in our stream habitat, there are a lot of insects that you don't find at other streams. The quality of the stream here is very high, so we find a lot of caddis flies and mayflies and Dobson flies, things that are very sensitive to pollutants. And so if you go to the streams closer to Cleveland, you're not likely to find them. So we're very grateful to be here and to be able to explore the diversity of insects. And students today are doing a couple of things. The students here are both finishing up their independent projects that they have to do for the course, and they're also collecting insects for collections, which will be submitted at the end of the course, and some of which will end up in the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. So I'm here next to Jacob, who is finishing up his study. Can you tell us what you were working on today?
Yeah, today I am actually looking at bird predation and how that relates to invertebrates. So I've placed a couple of clay caterpillars all throughout the preserve, and I'm going through today collecting from those areas and looking at how different environments might affect bird predation and what kind of insects you might find in those areas.
All right, great. Thanks for sharing, Jacob. So we can walk around here and we can see, we can talk to some other students and see what they're working on as well, if that's of interest to you guys. So, you want to go? Oh yeah, we'll go right over here. It's very close. So I wish you could have seen it, but yeah, Jacob has these clay caterpillars, and that they're very soft clay, so that when, pardon my mask, so when birds come by and think that they're a real caterpillar, that leaves like an impression of their beak, and so you can tell, you know, somewhat about the activity of birds in the area that would be eating insects, and he's going to correlate that with the number, the abundance of insects that he finds in that area. So Maddie, can I ask you what you're working on today?
Sure. So I'm trying to see if there's a correlation between the size of a flower and the number of times it's visited by a pollinator like a bee. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring the width of flowers that these bees land on and comparing it to the whole average of all the flowers in this group.
That's interesting.
Very cool. You find any pollinators today yet?
Yeah, I've been following a honeybee around.
All right.
I've been looking at what it's landing on and measuring it.
Great.
Yeah.
So it seems like this is going to work out well.
Yeah.
Great. And then we got some students down here. If you want to follow me, they're sampling insect abundance and diversity by using some bowls. So we have these they're just red colored bowls that actually red is a color that most insects can't see. Often you want to use white colored bowls, but what we had available were were red colored bowls. And they're filling them with soap water and placing them at different habitat types. So they're placing them in the dry meadow here, they're placing them in the edge, and then they're also placing them within the forest to see what the relationship is between these different habitat types and the abundance of insects that are found there. With the thought, their hypothesis is that edge habitats might have more insects in them because you have the insects that specialize in the dry meadow habitat and the insects that are found more often in the forested habitat, and perhaps at the edge you get sort of a mixture of both. So we will see soon with their data whether that is the case or not. And so here you can see some of the bowls. And these poor ladies are walking around with a huge jug of soap water, soaking them up. So it's a bit of a chore. How's it going, Madison and Claire?
What?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
All right.
Laying edge bowls, so
Okay. Do you think you'll have enough water?
no.
No.
But we
No.
only have 5 more bowls to put out.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
probably will.
Okay. Good. Yeah. You don't have to fill them too high with
Okay,
water.
yeah, because the last few might not be too tall with water, but
Okay.
hopefully it works out fine. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your project in your own words?
Oh, sure. So we're really just like seeing the abundance of insect populations in a meadow, an edge, in a forest environment, and then capturing insects by hand, and then also laying out these bowls for the insects to like fly into and then kind of die in it, and then count the abundance that way as well. So I don't know if you have anything you want to add.
That was pretty much
Yeah,
it.
that was
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do want to say that we are out here collecting insects, and unfortunately that does mean killing the insect. However, because it's late in the season, many of the insects have already laid their eggs, so they've had opportunities to reproduce. And the other thing is that insect populations are so abundant that collecting a few, pardon my mouth, that collecting a few is really not going to be detrimental to their population sizes. And that's what we're really concerned about. Things like habitat fragmentation, those are things that can really decimate insect populations, but a few students going out to collect them, unless they're an endangered species, which they're not collecting any endangered species here, we don't really have to worry about it. So I think that maybe that are the students who are available to talk to you right here.
Well, thank you very much. It's been very interesting, and I know that our park goers are going to be happy to know what your students are doing, and we're just so glad to be here with you today.
Yeah, well, we're thrilled to be out here. This has been a real luxury to come out here one day every week and get to know the same place over the course of 4 different days. To be able to see it change a little bit with the seasons, and also get to explore the different habitat types. It's just been a luxury that many universities don't have the option for. So we're super grateful to be here.
That's wonderful. Thank you again.
Yep. Take care.